Okay, I have to get you up here. Hi, guys. I hope everyone is okay today. I have talked about lately, first of all, that I miss you guys a lot. And so I have been meaning to do a springtime deck suggestion because I haven't done one in a while. I don't know if I did one for winter. So I pulled some decks out while I was getting ready for Tarot Tuesday decks and thought that I would do a deck suggestion for spring, which is good. Good. Hi, Yes. Hi, Kat. Hi, Estelle. I love spring decks anyways. And so I have a whole lot of decks. I was asking my admins how many they thought I could pull out. And so we decided I'm going to do 10 mass market decks. And then there's like 9 that are honorable mentions that I won't show any cards. But if you guys want to see a couple, I might show a couple cards from each of them. And then I think I have, what did I say, 13 indie decks because I couldn't narrow them down more than that. Hi, Hexen. So I like doing these kinds of videos because it forces me to pull out decks that I haven't. Is each deck your favorite? You know what, Danny? Pookie Bear. But a lot of them are my favorites around springtime. I will say that if you have seen any of my previous years, I love you too. If you've seen any of my previous years, like favorite springtime decks, you may have seen some of these before. Some of them are new that I haven't shown before for springtime decks. And some of them are decks that I pull out kind of every spring. And so some of them you may have seen before. Should we get right into it? I'm so bad because it's hard to choose between the decks for one thing. A lot of decks are really good for this time of year. But these, I have to say, these are the best 10 mass market ones that I have. It was hard to choose between a couple of them, was kind of hard. But I was like, nope, determined. I'm going to keep it down to 10, and that's it. So, and these are in no particular order. This is not a countdown to my favorite one or anything because I have many that I really like. So this first one is a fairly new deck to me. I got it within the last couple months. This is Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is actually a fairly new deck to everyone. It just came out this year. Hi, Crimson Moon. What are your Beltane plans? I will, of course, be doing a ritual. I will be doing a ritual live. I'm looking through all my Beltane books and figuring out what I want to do for ritual. This year, there's a lot going on. I'm trying to get ready for Witchy Palooza on top of it. So I'm trying to do the right thing and pull things as quickly as I can so I can be ready. This deck, though, is from Katrina Wallstein. And once we get to, now I'm not going to do Oracle decks today. They are randomly placed on my shelf. I do not put them according to season, although I will say a lot of them kind of group by season naturally anyways, because a lot of times I'll pull out, like the spring decks that I pull out kind of at the same time. So especially dark decks. The dark decks kind of like to live together, and that's the ones that I pull out around Samhain time. So they kind of live together. So kind of naturally, almost, they kind of group together like that. But I don't keep them like that on purpose. This deck I really love. I love the colors in it. I love the mystical nature. It's very fun, colorful. It has lots of nature in it. And I love Katrina Wallstein, her style. I will not be doing, at least in this video, I won't be doing the Oracle Spring Oracle decks, but I've started to pull them, and that will be a different video. I would like to try to do that today too, but we'll see. I'm not gonna say for sure, but I will tell you that her Oracle deck, the Oracle of Mystical Moments, is goes wonderfully with this deck and is also on the spring list for oracles. Now, if you notice, there's one Emperor card. Here's another Emperor card. There are two Emperor cards. Are you going to pull some cards today? Yes, I may. There are two Emperor cards. There are two King cards for each suit. So each of the suits, once we get to the suits, each of them has two kings. I have been really super busy and meaning to look at that Hierophant. Oh, I love it. This makes being woke up for a phone appointment much happier. Yay. Hi, Christiana. What an awesome Hierophant. I have not taken the time to look at the book and find out why that is. Look at the lovers. I love the mystical quality of her decks, her art. So this is a deck that I have begun to use a lot. It's a great reading deck. Reads very well, very easily. Even though it's very mystical, I really get good readings from this deck. As a matter of fact, I had to put this deck in order before we came on, because a lot of decks I try to keep in order. So when I'm teaching or when I'm showing decks, they're already in order. Some of them that I'm using a lot, look at that Hanged Man. Some of them that I'm using a lot are not in order if I know I'm using them a lot. What an awesome death card. Many, many of these cards are just incredible. I love, love, love these cards. Look at the mushroom. So cute. Oh my gosh. Is it as pixelated as it looks on my end? My kids are playing, the boys are playing video games, so I hope it's not as pixelated as it looks like on my end. Such a beautiful card. It does. Ugh, boys. I have to kick them off. Do you recommend having the cards in order when you use them? Because mine are mixed up. No, actually, if you're using them, it's much better to keep them all mixed up. In order means it's really hard. The devil's one of my favorites. Yes, that was a super good devil, right? The spider. Whew. It's much easier to have them all mixed up. It's because it's hard to get a deck to be truly random. Tell your boys to go clean the yard. It is raining out. It's been raining for 2 days. So it's truly spring, isn't it? There's the moon. I love, look at the tentacles. So it's much easier when I am using a deck a lot. It will be already shuffled so that when I shuffle it a little, it's all ready to go. Tell them to go play in the rain. I shouldn't say my kids anymore. I should say my boys. I don't know if I say my boys, but my boys are 28 and 19, the two that are living with me right now. So yes, I could tell them to go play in the rain, but they could tell me to go bite me. The world. Now, because we have so many decks to go through, I'm not going to go through all of the cards of all of these decks. It's just not going to be possible. I will show a couple more cards from each suit. Boss Man said Prophecy Stone. Yes. I'm 41 and would love to play in the rain. I know, right? Me too. Let's show a couple Pentacles. Here's the Two of Pentacles. And again, a very whimsical. These are fully illustrated. I'm pretty sure, I think all of the decks that I have out today are fully illustrated. So some of you may be aware that I have been starting to talk about prophecy stones. There's the Two of Swords. Here's the Three of Swords. What a great Three of Swords. Do you know which medium she used to illustrate them? I do not. It looks like digital to me, but it might not be. Look at that rest card, Four of Swords. Love it. I have to show the Nine of Swords because it's like my favorite, one of my favorite cards. And I do love this one. This is called Tarot of Mystical Moments. You pre-ordered Oracle of Echoes. Yay! Uh-oh, does that mean the second one is out for pre-order? Ooh, I'll have to get on and pre-order today. I'm going to show a couple Cups cards. Here's the Five of Cups. Right? I know, Hexen and I love the Nine of Swords. T made it when you started. This is a perfect deck for T, right? Six of Cups. So the Prophecy Stones, we do have Prophecy Stones at Mystic Dragon Slayer now, which is something that I literally looked for 6 years. It's been on my wish list. They're very hard stones to find, and they open up your third eye in a new and exciting way. They help with astral travel. They help you find your Akashic records. They're really, really great stones. And I'm going to be doing a whole series with those stones. So if you're interested in getting prophecy stones, Mystic Dragon Slayer on Facebook, let them know. We have a whole bunch in, and we have a whole bunch coming. We have a big like wholesale thing coming for them. And I'm going to be starting probably next week, a series of like meditations and stuff on how to use them. So next deck is, hi Emily, Ethereal Visions. I do love, love, love this deck. It is, ethereal is the right word for this. You can write a whole fiction based off those cards. Ooh, right? It's a good. Ethereal Visions is a great spring deck. The colors are very springy. I love it when an artist does their own thing for the nightmare aspect of it. Look for this card when I'm going to purchase a deck. Me too. It's just one of those cards I look for. Me too. Hi, Kay. Here is Ethereal Visions. This is a great spring deck too. The colors are beautiful. Here's the backs. The deck itself is a great reading deck. It is a deck that has people on almost every card. So some people don't like a deck with a whole lot of people on it. I happen to be good with that. Look at the Emperor with the crystal ball. I love that aspect of it. The Hierophant. Really some great cards. The Chariot card. Again, I'm not going to show every card from every deck because it'll take us forever to get through, but I'll show some of my favorites. The Hermit. One of my favorite Wheel of Fortune cards ever. Love that. I am going to show the Moon card. I love. And then I'll show some of the minor cards here. Here's the Five of Swords. That depression aspect. Here's the Nine of Swords. Very cool Nine of Swords. Ah, your life card. There you go. Here's the Nine of Swords. Again, one of Hexen and I's favorites. Love. Look at the nightmare that she's having at the moment. Yes, Christiana, definitely share with us. The faces, I know. Really good card. Let's see. Here's the Five of Pentacles. So again, this is a great spring deck. The Three of Cups. Great feeling spring deck. The Eight of Cups. Here's the Three of Wands. I'm hearing that May 1st is the deadline. There is no deadline. My accent is coming. Ten of Wands. Hi, Dragonfly. Also, Mama, I'm standing your hoodie. What? I am really hoping that Hexen can make it for Beltane too. We'll see, but I'm hoping. Okay, so that was Ethereal Visions. The next one, again, we have 10 mass market and a couple more than that indie decks, because I couldn't choose between my indie decks. It was very hard. Hi, Thomas. Standing. Yeah, I'm still not getting it, yes. Okay, the next one is the Herb Crafter's Tarot. This one I had gotten, I believe, last year. Hi, Raven Morning. This is a great deck for, it means I love your hoodie. Okay, you have to remember, yes, I'm an old fogey. I don't know your newfangled language. You might as well, like, I'm going to say, get off my lawn. This is the backs of the deck. I love this deck for herbs, and look at the Fool card. This is a great deck to bring out for spring. It's very bright. It doesn't have people in it. It's all about the nature aspect. And it gives you a different herb for each card, and really gives you the intentional feeling of that card. I love this deck. It's a great deck to really learn some more about herbs too, because if you don't know about that herb, it has information in the book about it. I'll try not to show all of these, but I do really like, and it's a really great springtime kind of deck. Let's see. Oh, look at the Hermit. How gorgeous. Now, in all honesty, it would be a very good deck for all year round. I can see using this deck in the wintertime to make you feel like you're more connected to nature when you don't have it around. I'll get on your lawn and mow it. I thought you were making her a hoodie. I have to get started making her a hoodie robe that was shared on the Facebook page. The Justice card. Look at the herb for the Justice card. Perfect. I'm a Libra, and I agree. That's the perfect herb for us. Death is Marigold. Look at that. Love it. Hi, Snapping Moon. Welcome. The Tower card is the Mushroom. Pretty good one for me, because I'm allergic to mushrooms. The Moon, the Datura. And I will try to show a couple. We'll look at Ace of Water, Plantain. Two of Airs, Chicory. So I will say now, if you don't already know a whole lot of herbs, this may be a harder deck to read for other people. Because once you get to the minors, some of them it's like, I don't know, do I feel that? If you don't know what the herb does, I can see where it would be kind of hard to read for other people with this deck, but it's a great deck if you are learning about the other. Here's the Three of Fire, so the Three of Wands, which is Calendula. It's a great deck if you want to start learning about the individual herbs. Four of Air, which is Four of Swords, so rest is lavender. Perfect, right? If you know what lavender does, it's the perfect herb to go along with that rest card. Perfect. But you kind of have to have an idea of what those herbs do in order to get it more, maybe. However, I think it would be a great deck to learn about the herbs. 6 of Air is Cattail. That's Victory. Let's say 8 of Water, Valerian. Yes, might help you learn the herbs. Exactly. And the images are gorgeous. Look at the 8 of Earth is Turmeric. So 8 of Pentacles, honing your craft. Perfect. Yes, please do click the like button. The 9 of Swords, the 9 of Air is the pomegranate, which is, of course, the fruit of the goddess, fruit of Persephone, and going down to the underworld, the crossroads. So perfect, perfect herb. Okay, so that's a really good one for spring. That one is the Herb Crafter Sparrow. Inner Witch, yes, Kitchen Witch loving. That would be a perfect deck for Kitchen Witch, for sure, really. So love that one. That's deck number 3, Herb Crafters. This next one has been in my, wow, this is probably one of the first decks I think I got, because it's been in my arsenal for a long time, and I bring it out every spring pretty much. This is the Animal Wisdom Tarot. This deck just came out again. This is the older version. Just came out again. So I think the box looks a little bit different than this. But this is a fabulous, one of my favorite springtime decks. I adore the Herb Crafters. I love it. Using it to inform spellcraft. Oh, great idea. Great idea. This is Animal Wisdom Tarot. Again, it just came out, I think, again, last year with a different box. I don't know if they changed the cards very much, but this is the back of the cards. This has been on my spring list forever. Like I have, and I edged them according to suit. Is anyone else getting choppy screen? Sorry, Kay. I know my boys are probably playing video games. Hey, are you guys on Wi-Fi? Damn it. I'm getting shit video. No, I mean, I'm doing a video and I'm getting... Anyways, I love this deck for the spring. The backs are beautiful. It's all animals. And the animals that they have chosen for each card, to me, are perfect. So the Fool becomes the Trickster, Coyote. Was a good writing deck. The Magician is the Raven. The High Priestess is the Cat, the Knower of Secrets. And look at the coloring and stuff of this deck. The Empress is the Cow, Earth Mother. Such a great deck for spring. Ram. Hey, can you guys go on Wi-Fi just until I'm done with my video?
What?
Can you go on Wi-Fi?
We're on Wi-Fi.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
All right. You're not plugged in.
Yeah.
Here is the Hierophant, the Keeper of Secret Traditions, or Sacred Traditions, Bull. It's a great, great deck. Here's the Lovers, Heart Awakenings, the Honeybee. And it's a beautiful deck. I hate to skip cards because they're all gorgeous. So I'll try to... Wait, you said you'd go on Wi-Fi. Did you mean go off? No, I want them on the Wi-Fi and not plugged in. Because sometimes they plug in. And then they take half the internet right off the bat. Which then makes it shit. The death card is the moth. The goat is the devil. The star is the peacock. That's my spirit animal. Can you quickly say the names? Yes, of the decks you've shown already. Absolutely. The Herb Crafter's Tarot. Ethereal Visions. Tarot of Mystical Moments. Those are the other ones that I've shown so far. This is the fourth one, which is the Animal Wisdom Tarot. Look at the moon is the Moon Dreamer Rabbit. Isn't that cute? All right, let me get to a couple of the minor cards. Again, fully illustrated. Two of Wands, Two of Branches is the Salamander. The Four of Wands is the Firefly, Four of Branches. Very easy to read this deck. The Five of Wands, so Five of Wands, you know, is like a challenge. It's usually 5 young boys kind of fighting each other with their wands. Here's the Scorpion, 5 of Branches. So that's a challenge, right? Really, really good deck. The Bison is the Ace of Fossils. So that's Pentacles. Fossils is Pentacles. The Prairie Dog is the Three of Pentacles. Let's see. We're going to go on to the shells. So the cups, Two of Cups, Two of Shells is the Dolphins. Three of Shells is the Otters. Fighting with their wands. Ah! Is this the Nooner? Jellyfish is the Five of Shells, Five of Cups. Let's go on to the next suit, which is feathers or swords or air. They named it Bison. I know. The Heron, Two of Swords. The Loon, the Four of Swords. So rest. The Seven, I love this one. Look at the Seven of Feathers. The Seven of Swords is the magpie. If you know anything about the magpies, they're kind of thieves. They steal a lot of shiny objects and stuff, so that's a really good card. The Nine of Swords is the Crow. Nine of Feathers. Beautiful card. The Ten of Swords is the Vulture. Beautiful. The cycle of life eats off of the death. Beautiful. So I really love this deck. This is one that I've had in my collection for a long time. I pull it out every spring. It's a great, great spring deck. Hi, Heidi. Really, really great spring deck. That one is the Animal Wisdom Tarot. Like I said, I know the new version came out. Haven't gotten the new version. I don't know if there's anything new to the new version. I'll have to look it up and see. But the next deck for springtime is called the Line Strider Tarot. I really like this deck a lot. This is a very, I don't know, something about the artwork, and it's kind of like watercolor. And thank you, Heidi. This is the back of the deck. And then These are the images. They're like very simple and light watercolor images. Lots of animals, some people. The High Priestess, one of my favorite cards in this deck. The Empress. Yeah, they really are. I do love this deck. There's another deck that kind of is by the same artist that goes very similar artwork, but is more animals and less people. And that one's called The Otherkin. That is on the honorable mention list. So I'm not going to show too many cards from that deck, but it is a great, very similar kind of deck. Strength. The Hermit. The horns on the High Priestess. Yes, right? Me too. So good. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. I love that card as a Libra. The Justice card is always important to me. Love it. Here's Death. Just a very pretty deck. The Devil. As long as they're not wearing clothes. I have, let's see, there's a couple decks on the table that I think are animals with clothes. And it just depends on how you look at it. I sometimes like that as long as it's done well. The Sun, love that Sun card. Beautiful Sun card. Let me show some of here's the Two of Wands. I love Devil cards. Devil card is one of those cards you look at. Three of Wands. This is just a beautiful deck. In all of the minors are beautiful. Four of Wands. I can't help it. All of the majors I think are beautiful. It's a really beautiful deck. We go into cups. Here's the Three of Cups. I don't have the Line Strider, but I adore the Hedwig Botanical. Yes, I have that one too. That is in the Oracle list. Five of Cups. That depression, well, you see right on his face. Eight of Cups, walking away from something that is perfectly good and that you probably loved, but it's time for you to put in. It's not yours anymore. I'll be honest with you, I haven't used this deck in a very long time. I have a lot of decks, as you may know. And it's hard. It's nice to do a video like this because it forces me to get out some of the decks I haven't seen in a long time. Two of Swords. Beautiful. Three of Swords. Beautiful. Look at that. Love the rest of the Four of Swords. Oh, just gorgeous. The Nine, of course. You have to see the Nine. Beautiful. Nightmare card. Seems more like winter rather than spring. And that's certainly an opinion. I could see because of the line work and stuff. Something about the watercolors to it makes me think of spring. The lightness of it. Ace of Pentacles. See, very springy, that card. But if it feels like winter to you, I get that. Six of Pentacles. Sitting here making a list of every deck mentioned. The Queen of Pence and the King of Pence are beautiful king and queens. So that is the Line Strider Tarot. Beautiful deck. I can see using it all year round. I get that vibe from the Ostara Tarot. Yes, yes. Actually, wintry and spring at the lake at the same time. Absolutely. I see Ostara as Yeah, kind of all year round too. There's a lot that is springy about it, but there are some cards that are very wintry also. The Llewellyn Tarot is a very classic tarot. I don't even know. Hexen, did you tell me that the Llewellyn deck is out of print now? Is that true? I really hope not, because it's a great deck. To me, this is a great spring deck again. Love, love, love this deck. Here is the backs. No? Good. Okay. Here is the Fool. And all of these cards have, where's my glasses? Have a different character in kind of the Avalonian realm on them. So like the Magician is Gwydion. The Celtic realm, all of the cards are associated with the Celtic tradition. The Priestess is Caradwyn. Oh, Legend of the Ethereal. Yeah, and that one is out of print. I gotcha. Caradwyn. The Empress is Rhiannon. Really gorgeous deck. Bran the Blessed is the Emperor. Hi, honey. Taliesin is the Hierophant. Of course, the perfect Hierophant, as far as I'm concerned. I gotta try to go forward a little bit. Really gorgeous cards, though, all of them. Myrddin is the Hermit. Arianrod, the Wheel of Fortune. Justice is the Lady of the Fountain. That you could walk right into. Yes, this would be a great card for that. Arwen is Death. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's been a good day. The Keeper of the Well is Temperance. Just a gorgeous deck. The Devil is the Horned One, or the Wild Herdsman. One of my favorite Horned One cards. Love that. Very obviously the Keeper of the Forest. Love that card. Branwen is the Star. Such a good deck. The Lake of the Maidens is the Moon. Just a beautiful deck. I'm going to try to go on, but it's so good. Then we go into the Miners, Three of Wands. Very good, easy to read. Five of Wands follows very much the Rider-Waite-Smith, so it's an easy reader. The Eight of Wands. Very, very easy to read with deck. Swords, Two of Swords. Nine of Swords, very Rider-Waite-Smith. I try to never keep off Pamela. A lot of people will say Rider-Waite, and I always feel guilty that I didn't say Pamela's name too, so I try to always say Smith too. Cups, Two of Cups. Just a beautiful deck. Six of Pence. The Cycle of Giving and Receiving. Just a great all-around deck. Really beautiful deck. Easy to read. Love this one. Okay, next. And again, guys, don't forget that these are all like kind of my opinions. So you may look at a deck and think, I don't see spring in that. That's okay. I don't mind at all. These are just the decks that I choose to bring out for spring. The next one is called the Vivid Journey Tarot. Very bright deck. And I like when a deck is a little bit whimsical. Obviously, I'm into a lot of fantasy type stuff. And this is kind of, and a lot of people like anime decks, and I'm not an anime person. So like Tarot of the Manga is a great deck for anime people. But I'm okay with cartoony decks sometimes. This is one of those kind of cartoony decks, but I really like it. It's very bright. This is the back of the cards. And then here's the Fool, the Magician. Again, this is called the Vivid Journey Tarot. I have you on my big screen. Aha! Mama, where did you get the Mystical Moments Tarot? Mystical Moments Tarot. Amazon. I'm almost sure I got it on Amazon. It just got released. Unless I got it from US Games. Is it a US Games deck? Hold on. It is. It's a US Games deck, so US Games Inc. should have it. The Empress. This is a great deck because it's very Rider-Waite-Smith. Very easy to read, but I like it's got really bright colors. Amazon had something for pre-order. Got it from Amazon. Okay. This is the Vivid Journey. Vivid Journey Tarot. The Chariot. Strength. Again, super easy to read. It's very Rider-Waite. Just a little bit brighter colors, a little bit more whimsical. I like the way they've done this. The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. The Devil. You can totally see the people's faces. Yes. The Tower. The Star. This one is one of those that, I don't know how to say it. It's not the Moon. It's not a deck that I reach for when I want like a really deep, meaningful, something really major is going on in my life, that kind of thing. I don't necessarily, the Sun, reach for this deck, but this is a great kind of everyday, just, I'm going to pull some cards for myself kind of deck. This is a great one for that. Again, all through the minors are very Rider-Waite. There's the Four of Wands. Very easy to read with. The Five of Wands. 6. Just, it very much follows. I love, look at the 8. Talk about movement. So the 8 of Wands is all about movement. And you can see those wands moving because they're in that almost tornado effect, the spiral motion. And sometimes the motion of the 8 of Wands is overwhelming. There's so much motion. Great interpretation there. Cups. 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Just a really easy to read with deck. If you're one that is not crazy about the images of the Rider-Waite-Smith, a lot of people don't really like that. This has like all of the symbols that you'd need. Here's the 7 from the Rider-Waite deck, but it's a little bit more whimsical and colorful. Here we go with my sword suit. 2 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Six of Swords, moving on to better things. Getting through the storm. Here's the 9, the Nightmare card. Again, fairly simple. It's not like something that I reach for when I want a really in-depth, emotional reading. But it is a great day-to-day, just everyday kind of tarot deck. It's a great deck for that. Here's the 3 of Pentacles. Teaching, learning. Very, very good deck for those just simple everyday kind of readings. How we doing? Is everybody asleep yet? We still have all the indie decks to go too. So that was deck number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 3 more mass market decks. No, 8. We must have done 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's my 10th deck? I swore I took out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Am I missing a deck? I took out 10. I'm losing my mind. What am I missing? I don't know. I have to think about it now. Okay, anyways. All right, so here we go. The next one is called the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. The Mystic Dreamer Tarot. This is a great spring summer deck. Oh my goodness, I left it on the shelf. I didn't pull it. Hold on. It's right here. Ow, ow. So funny. That's the one you're looking at on Etsy. Aha! It's got a great book to it. I will tell you, it's like a whole journal kind of thing. It's a great book. I don't know. Does that mean this one is out of print? Ooh, I hope not. This is the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. Hi, Elaine. This is the backs of the deck. Again, this is a great deck. Very ethereal. Here's the Fool. That was my first deck. At the time, photo collage was so hard to find. Barbara Moore did great with the book. Yeah, it's a great book. It's not out of print. Good. I worry sometimes that these ones are out of print, and I hate to show you a deck that there's no way you can get. Magician. Although some of the like indie type decks, I don't know what to tell you. The High Priestess. The Empress. This is definitely photo collage. I have a whole bunch of photo collage, so I must really like it. This one is a bit more mystical and ethereal than a lot of them. The Hierophant. Which one is this? I have the memory of a goldfish. This is Mystic Dreamer, the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. And that's all right. I'm right with you. The Lovers. Look at the moon, the face in the moon. The Chariot. Again, very ethereal. Very easy to read with, but very ethereal. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to try to start going faster, guys, because here we are. It's been almost an hour, and I'm still not even done with the mass market decks. Whoops. Death. Look at that Death card, though. See the spirit coming up and out. Just love it. The little kid in the background. Just beautiful. Yeah, these are really well done. Temperance. The Devil. What a great Devil card. Try to stop my hand from shaking here a little. The moon. And then the sun. No creepy babies here. Judgment. And the world. Beautiful, ethereal, very interesting kind of deck. Then let's do a couple of the minors. Three of Wands. It's okay if you're long been missing out. I know I was down for the count for a while. That's true. Let's do the 10 of Wands. I know I've really been missing you guys. I hate that. I used to do like 4 videos a week, 5 videos a week. And I just have not had the time since I thought when I started working at a metaphysical store, I would have more time for videos. That was kind of silly because that's my job now. So it makes it so I have less time. 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. I love this 3 of Cups card. Is an incredible 3 of Cups card. Dancing under the moon with your sisters, with your tribe. Love, love, love that one. Eight of Cups, walking away from something perfectly good. It's just not yours. I love that she's holding the violin. It's beautiful. Hit that like button if you haven't already for me. Sword suit is next. My favorite, of course. 3 of Swords. I love, this is a great one. Look at the outline of her lover above her. That is so obviously not there anymore. And then the heartbreak. I just love that card. Promise when I get up there I'll help. We'll do it together, Hexen. It'll be good. Of that card. 4 of Swords, the rest. Love the light shining through the window. Just beautiful. 6 of Swords, moving to greener pastures, to calmer waters, to love it. The 9 of Swords, great 9 of Swords. See the teddy bear in the corner. The moon shining through the window. Just love that. Okay, and let's show a couple of pentacles. Let's do 4 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, that spirit of giving and receiving. Just a really good all-around deck. Like this one a lot. It's great, I think, for this time of year. It's very ethereal. I don't know what it is. Spring always makes me feel ethereal because the Fae are coming back. So there's a lot of Fae kind of decks in here. The next one is the Good Tarot. It took me a while, okay? I'll be honest with you. This is not in order. Ooh, it's not in order. Sorry, guys. It took me a while to like this deck because it's a very positive deck. Now, it sounds funny that I'm like, I don't know. I don't like it. For a while, I really thought this deck is too positive. It doesn't give you any bad news ever. Hi, Dana. Hi, sweetheart. How are you today? I hope you're feeling a little better. This deck, if you need a deck that's going to give you a hug all the time, this is the deck. And sometimes we need a deck in our collection like that. We need a deck that is not going to tell you you're an idiot. Go jump off the cliff finally. You're welcome, sweetheart. You need a deck that is not going to tell you you're an idiot. This is called the Good Tarot. This is Colette Baron Reed. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of Colette Baron Reed. I know it seems like I am because I have almost every single one of her decks. The reason I have almost every single one of her decks is because her artist is one of my favorite artists of all time. Her artist is named Jenna Della Grottaglia, and I love her artist. She does not give her artist enough credit, which is why I'm not really impressed with CCB, with Colette Baron Reed. Because if you look at this tarot, do you see Jenna's name anywhere? No, you really don't. It's really hard to find. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to remember if this is the deck that I'm like, what the hell? Okay, here it is. Color. Oh, there you go. Cover illustration. See that teeny tiny Jenna Della Grottaglia? There it is. It still doesn't say she did all the artwork, but she did all the artwork in this deck. And she's like pretty much my favorite artist. So it's annoying to me. I don't think Colette gives her artists enough credit. Because I don't read the book. I don't give a shit what Colette has to say about these cards. I love the art. So here we have, this is the Devil or Temptation. What would the deck be without the artist? Exactly. This is not in order. This is all over the place. 3 of Water. But look at these images, you guys. This is very ethereal. Very beautiful. Jenna Della Grottaglia is absolutely, hands down, one of my favorite artists. 8 of Fire. I was disappointed with CBB. Shoot, it went away. Hold on. After the controversy around her goddess deck, I still have it, but I don't use it, and I would like to pass it along now. Yeah, I know. I was too. 8 of Fire. 8 of Earth. Let me find some. There's Messenger of Fire. I love Jenna's artwork, though. I just adore Jenna. So it's hard for me to not pull out these decks. This is a great deck if you want to give yourself a big hug. If you need, you've had one of those days that you're like, ugh, I just need a hug. This is a great hug deck. Everything is very bright. Even, look at the Tower card. Even the Tower comes across as, all right, you know what? It's not that bad. We can get through this. It's still a beautiful place. Hi, Lorelei. Text me when you're free. I need to ask you about some decks. Beautiful. I will, sweetheart. 3 of Air. This is the 3 of Swords card. See, very bright still, right? You can see the depression there. But it's very bright. Judgment becomes Call. I chopped her keywords off my Animal Spirit Oracle and gave it to my daughter. There you go. I get mad about the illustrated series, Bestiary, Herbiary, Christianary, because Kate O'Hara, the artist, wasn't mentioned on the front of the books in the first printing. Exactly. I agree. It is a great, I admit, though, this is a great deck. It is definitely a deck I would recommend for children or for early teenagers. There isn't nudity in these decks. It is a beautiful deck. It's very light, bright, gives you an idea of what the card is about, but is not on the darker side of things, which for spring, sometimes we need something like that in our life. This is the Lover's card, which is just love. And sometimes we just need it. We just need a deck that's just going to give us a hug and not tell us anything bad. And that's okay. Here's Death, which is transformation. You couldn't find a more beautiful death card, right? I love this Death card. This is, the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Transformation. It's beautiful. Beautiful. 5 of Water, 4 of Wands. Here's the Nightmare card. Ready? This should tell you how light and bright this card is, or this deck is. Okay, the real question, do you have a Harry Potter deck? Of course I have a Harry Potter deck. Would you like to see the Harry Potter deck? Side note, Kate O'Hara has Etsy prints. Yay! Mama, the crystal book I'm sending you that has the deck with it has squirrel cards. Yay! Squirrel cards. I'll pull it out, yes, when we're done. Here's the Hermit. Four of Earth. Just look at the artwork, though. She does have the Harry Potter deck. Yes, I do. And don't forget that the Harry Potter deck for a long time, and I bet if you got a hold of the artist now, Wheel of Fortune, Fortune's Wheel, if you got a hold of the artist now, she probably would continue to give you the discount. I had her on. Didn't I, Hexen, you were here. Didn't I interview her? I know I love her and her deck, and I'm pretty sure I interviewed her because she's the same artist as one of my favorite all-time decks, which is the New Era Elements Tarot. She also did the Harry Potter deck, and she was giving us a discount for my viewers for a long time of that deck. I think I did interview her. It probably is pixelated, Danny. My kids, I think, are playing video games, which means I don't get very good internet. The Sun card. Can't find it affordable anywhere, at least affordable for me. Hate Rowling at the moment, but I can't hate her children. Exactly. It was almost 3 years ago. Was it really? Holy moly. Here's the Magician. Look at that Magician. Look great on my end. Oh, good. Here's the Fool. And then we're going to move on to a different deck. I love this. This was the Good Tarot. It's a Colette Baron Reed. So, you know, screw Colette Baron Reed. But it's a great deck. It's a good hug deck. Very good, bright, springy kind of deck. And last of the mass market, and then we'll get into the indies. I know we've been on for an hour. You guys hanging in there with me? Is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. This is, I have to say, this is probably my favorite Fae deck. This is one of those decks that, for me, this is what the Fae are. This is not a bright and happy fairy deck. This is a Fae tarot, for sure. This shows a little bit of the darker side of the Fae, and certainly the lighter side also. But to me, this is such a great, great deck. And again, Barbara Moore, Julia Jeffrey, and Barbara Moore. And Barbara Moore's book for this, I have to say, you know me, I'm not a book person usually. This is one of the best books on a deck. Barbara Moore is great usually anyways. But this book is incredible. Incredible for really telling you about the characters that they have put on the deck. Really good. So this is the back of the deck. I love Dark Fae work. Yeah, me too. For real. You know, Brian Froud, he's one of my favorite ever. So here is the Fool. The Magician. The Ten of Swords in this deck is fierce, ferocious, powerful. Ugh, yeah. The High Priestess. I've read too much fantasy and old stories to really get into the fairy decks. Got the Brian Froud deck, but was so disappointed in the card stock. Ugh. The Empress. I had heard that the Brian Froud deck, you know, the card stack was crap. The Emperor. Who's the HP deck by? Can I see it from here? Of course, I can't remember her name. It is Eleanor Piper. Pieper. She's a doctorate. Dr. Eleanor Piper. What's put on the table for tomorrow for the nooner? Did we get anything new in? Hierophant. We need the BBCs. Here is the Lovers. Absolutely. This card is, as a matter of fact, I'll keep it out because this card is one of the cards I use on my Beltane altar. Because it is the Horned God and the Goddess. Just adore. This is one of the best cards. I'll keep that out for my Beltane altar. This is the Chariot or the Fairy Stallion. Strength. We have a couple hours tomorrow, Bob. It's all right. We'll get it together tomorrow morning. I have a couple ideas anyways. The Hermit. Love her. Fortune Fairy or the Wheel of Fortune. I love, look at the dandelion. She's getting ready to blow the dandelion wishes. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. Look at that death. That's what I mean by dark. This is, to me, this is the Fae. There's a dark side. There's a light side. There's a risk to working with the Fae. Temperance. The Shadow Dance. This is the Devil card. Beautiful. Look at his face. Love it. I have to feed the hubby. All right, honey. Thanks, Jackie. I am. This is the Tower, or called the Blasted Beach. I really need to not show all of these cards. We're over an hour already, and I haven't even started Indie Decks. The Star. The Moon. This is a great deck, though. It involves all of the Fae. Yes. The Seelie Court and the Unseelie. Yes, absolutely. The Sun. Life Renewed. Which is Judgment. And the World. Then we'll show a couple. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. You know what? I'm going to read the Three of Swords. What's in the book for the Three of Swords. This is one of my favorite explanations for this Three of Swords card. So I am going to read it really quickly just so you get to see kind of how Barbara wrote for this deck, because it's such a good, I love, love, love this explanation. So here we go. Ready? Just so you can see. I know I'm taking time to do this, but yes, I will. That'll be next, I promise. For a moment, she thought she heard him say her name. Thought the wind brought it to her, as light as a whisper. She searches the sky, barely turned from twilight to night, for a star to wish upon, but it is too early. The heavens are perhaps wise, for it is too soon for her to know what she should wish for. Being wise and sensible is far from her mind, though. She knows without a doubt whom she should wish for, if she could. Her desire and certainty are so strong, and she holds to them so tightly that they wound her. See the blood? Obsession grips her, and she does not even notice the blood dripping down her hand. Even if she did, she would brush it off as nothing. She'd willingly suffer so much more if only she could have her heart's desire. Unable to hear his voice in the wind, she sighs. 3 drops fall from her hand. Eventually, the bleeding will stop, but not without leaving a mark. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. To get your first COVID vaccine. Yay! Congratulations, Kay. Yes. The thorns of these roses pierce into her, and she holds on even tighter. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just, that's what I mean when I talk about the book for this deck really explaining what the card is about. That's what I mean. Here is the 10 that I was talking about. That fierce warrior. I'm not going to die. I'm going to keep going. You cannot defeat me. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I will continue. I feel that card in my soul, right? So yes, this is absolutely one of my favorite decks. Two of Pentacles. The entire deck is like that. So Two of Wands. And the book descriptions are perfect. Her pain, her lessons, her challenges. Yes. Of the mass market decks. Again, that is called the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. Are you guys sick of me yet? Do you want me to stop? We have the indie tarots to go through. But it's up to you. I can do them in a different video and stop for a while if you want. If you guys are sick of me. Don't stop. All right. I'll keep going. Again, no particular order. These are just and I could not get these down to my top 10 of my mass market decks too. But the indie decks are really, my loves. They're not on Tarot Tuesday. So if you've been following along with Tarot Tuesday at all, you may have seen some of these cards. I really, really love this deck. This is the back of the deck. Here is the Fool. It's from the Fae deck. Oh my God, Dana, that card really hit me when I came across it. Yes, I know, right? The Magician. This deck does not have any people in it. At least I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any people in it. The High Priestess. Look at the High Priestess. In the shell is the moon, right at the water's edge. So the veil between the worlds is actually in the shell. Ugh, I just love. This deck is beautiful. It reminds me of spring because it has a lot of animals in it. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. We get to blame her kids. Yay, right? The Empress. The Hierophant. I love, this is one of my favorite lovers cards. Yes, you can drink if you want to. Love, look at the Lovers. I just love that card. It's just, beautiful. Chariot. Strength. The strength to blossom even in the drought. It's very powerful without any humans. It really is. It makes it almost more powerful. Here's the Hermit. I love the darkness in the forest and the one lantern. Just love it. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster through these. I know how many times do I say that, but Justice. Look at this Hanged Man. The Hanged One. Love. Looking at things from a different perspective. Sacrificing to head. Sacrifice, in this case, you've sacrificed enough that you're off this planet. Love when you do these. It's been a while. It has been a while, I know. Here's Death. Reaching for the white rose. Temperance, the balance of all, creates the steam. The devil, the shadows, and there is a light there, but you have to get through the shadows. The tower, the star. I love this because how many times have you, I don't know, I have done this a million times, laid down in the grass and looked up at the stars. You see the tops of the trees. Love, love, love. The moon. Love it. The sun. Love it. Can't help but love this whole deck. Judgment. This is absolutely one of my favorite judgment cards. I love that you're headed towards enlightenment. Yes, it's a hard, bleak time right now. You may be going through a lot, but look at, you're heading through this door and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel where you're going to open up and be somebody totally brand new. Your enlightenment phase, you're reaching this point of a brand new you. I love that. The world. Hey! Shut up! Five of Wands. Six of Wands, victory. Okay, children. My 28-year-old children. Two of Cups. Five of Cups. Mama Bear will arise, I know, right? The Ten of Cups. My children. Five of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Where's my sword suit? Here we go. Three of Swords. Love it. The Five of Swords. Talk about feeling defeat. The Vulture on top of it. Nightmare card. The Nine of Swords. It's perfect. Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Turn the dryer back on for me, would you?
Uh-huh.
Thank you, sweetie. So that is the Spacious Tarot. Love this deck. I will move on to one of Hexen's favorite decks. I'm sure he recognizes this box. This is the Jonasa Jow deck. This is such a great spring deck. The colors in this deck, I just adore. So this deck totally makes me think of spring. This is the backs of the cards. They are long, long, long and skinny cards. Yes. These, this deck is in, it's not Portuguese, but it's something similar to Portuguese. So the titles you will not necessarily recognize. This is the Fool card. The High Priestess. Wait. That's the Magician card. See, now I'm doing it wrong. The High Priestess. The Empress. Waited 2 years for the following edition. Now I have a few of her decks, right? The Emperor. Did you find this deck through me or somebody else, Hexen? I can't remember. This is the Hierophant. I love the coloring in this deck is just gorgeous. I must be honest and say, the lovers, I do not use this deck for readings. Just because I always, here's the thing, I worry, when we get to the minors, I'll show you. I worry that if I screw them up, I will not understand which one is like wands and which one is swords and stuff because I don't read the language. Strength. So I don't use it, but I really do love it. Yeah, see, it's not even, it's a different language completely. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Death. Gorgeous. Nope, that was the Hanged Man. See? Death. The Harry Potter deck. You have to go right to her website. If you look in, how do you write the name of this deck? Here you go. Look in my videos. Ugh, it's so screwed up you can't even read it, can you? Okay, it's Jonasa. And the last name, there you go. Thank you, Hexen. Hexen just did it. So yes, this is a beautiful deck. It's a beautiful spring deck. But good luck. As far as the Harry Potter deck goes, if you look in my videos, either on, I think I might have interviewed her. I can't remember now. If you look in my unboxings, you should be able to find the Harry Potter deck. And I know I unboxed it when we bought it and talked about it. And the link should be on my video. As a matter of fact, if you want, I'll try to find it here. Hang on. This might make the video worse, though. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. At least one more time this year. You're talking about Jonasa, right? Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, time's up. Hold on. Read aloud, link to videos, Terran Oracle walkthroughs, view full playlist. Yeah, she's talking about Harry Potter, though. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. Young Witch, Ancestral Path, Goblin, Cat and Candy, Lion's Gateway, Vendor, and Body. 5 cent. Spirit Doodle, which is second, guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting there. La, 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 la. It was a while ago, wasn't it? I hope I put it in this thing. That's okay. I'm trying to find it for you. The Beaumont. Oh, that's a great deck for spring, too. I didn't bring that one out. Damn it. Rune, Angels and Oracles, Polarcos. Ostara Spring Oracle decks. Look at that. Wayfarer, King's Journey, Beautiful Creatures. New Era. Jonasa. Yeah, Heidi, I'll message you, honey. I'll try to find it for you and message you with it. So the next one is what? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Ooh, cool. The next one is, as a matter of fact, I think I might postpone this. It's here. Oh, you found it? Yay, thank you. I think I might postpone the rest of this just because we've been on for an hour and a half. That's a long video, you guys. I love you all. I'm going to do this, the other one later tonight, but I'm going to go relax for a little while. Peter just got home. I didn't even realize how late it was. Holy moly, it's late. I haven't done shit today. But I'm going to go relax for a little while, and then I will finish up and do the rest of the spring indie decks. Okay? I love you. An hour and a half. That is a really long time. See you guys next time.